Bagman next. The cleaner leads by 2 lengths though into the straight from Kenjuit. Dibyani, Contributor and Bagman coming down the outside, but the cleaner's well clear. He's 2 lengths in front and too good for them. The cleaner by 2 lengths to Bagman. Dibyani. Kenjuit might grab fourth just in front of...
That's the cleaner winning the Feehan Stakes back in 2015. His second Dardo Town Chin Nam, as it was back then. Beaver, how are you?
The good old cleaner.
The cleaner, yeah.
From Tasmania.
Yeah, the old Line of Belford, was it? Or somewhere down there. Him and his old
lead
mate.
and give him something to chase.
Him and his old mate Mick Burl. They, one of the people's horses.
Beautiful.
Maybe the last people's horse. Has been one since?
Yeah, I don't
Apart
know.
from Wings. That's pretty boring.
That was a fairly decent people's horse.
She was all right.
Yeah, goes through it.
Yeah. But we're here to talk about this Saturday, which is some exciting racing. We've got group-type racing from both Royal Randwick and Moonee Valley. Good track at both. We'll kick off in Sydney, Beaver.
Some good quality.
How's the week been, first of all?
Very good, mate. We went all right on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was
last Saturday. How good we were going there.
Last Saturday we were flying. I wish I'd had the guts to tip In Good Health on air, but
Yes.
had a little something on that. And we just
80 to 1, Dougie goes.
Yeah.
I think it's put it in. You did.
It was in our
an
quaddie.
outside chance. Yeah.
it was in our quaddie, and we were knocked out by Pike in the last.
Yeah.
That one.
20 grand.
Yeah, it would have been 20 grand collect for our loyal followers.
Got Pikey in the last. But,
So live and learn.
Both my best bets got up.
Yep.
I got 2 Behemoth.
Yep.
You got one up?
And I
Mugger
did.
2.
Mugger 2, I was with you. And Wednesday, Mr. Mosaic got out to 440.
Oh, you cleaned up there.
There was what about the go on damaged?
Yeah.
He's still running. But we got a good result there, and Tidius I was really keen on as well. So a couple of nice blokes. Yeah.
And I think I gave the couple. I gave him Brizzy one.
Yep, both
One well.
Facino, another drifter.
Yep.
But anyway, we had a good day. It's been a good week, and hopefully the form rolls on. Good
Just
track
follow
racing.
us. Just follow us,
Just
Dan.
get on board. Progroupracing.com.au.
Yes.
Check out all the news and tips there, as well as our stuff each Tuesday night and Thursday night, heading into Friday, and we'll have plenty of stuff on social media. So follow Pro Group Racing there, and
Let's
on
get into
board.
it.
But we'll get on there. Group Racing, as I said, at Royal Randwick. It is a good 4. A beautiful day today in the bowels of Western Sydney here, and it was. I imagine it's pretty similar at Randwick. So
Yes.
I've with the rail in the 5 metre position, I believe. I had written this down.
6.
6 metre.
All the way.
I had a look at the last time there was a good track at Randwick was back in April the 18th. It's been that long, so it's been a while, but looking forward to it. And we did have a bit of success that day as well.
You're doing your research, mate.
Yeah, so it's almost like I'm doing a podcast or something, but
Yeah.
So let's get into this, where, as we said, I'm expecting the track to play okay. Rail 6 might be slightly leaderish, but that's in generally what happens on a good track. We'll kick off in the first, though, will we, Beaver?
Yeah,
and
mate.
a nice race for the over the 1,100 metres this time. You got one here?
I do.
Who are you with, the favourite?
I'm going with the resuming HARTO,
Oh, okay.
which is now favourite.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, it's just been backed in. $2.65. I really like this horse. Resuming. It's drawn well. Gets a 5 kilo pull in the weights from ATHIRI. Drawn just outside it. I expect it to probably the weight to tell the difference in the end, and HARTO for me.
I had a look at HARTO. It was 2 quite Waller trials, so you couldn't take much away from them.
Yeah.
But its win before it went out was very good.
Yes.
I'm going to go into that. I'm actually going to go for Theory. I like the up in distance means it turns the table on Fanciful Dream. It was going past the post. It was past it, past the line. I think it'll be a similar sort of setup to Dancing Gidget with J-Mac in the first last week, where he just suck behind, not do much work and just pop out and go straight past Fanciful Dream in the last sort of 50. But HARTO right next to it does put, I wonder where that's going to get to. That could be an interesting thing, and might be the best horse with the lowest weight, obviously. Just going with the up and runner there. I liked its return of Theory, and I'm just going to stick there.
1 from 12.
1 from 12, yes, but in some good races.
6 starts on good tracks for 2/3.
Yes. It did have some injuries, though. It has had a few injuries along the way.
Yeah, just can't get me yet.
Yep, no, that's fine. We'll agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah, we'll go ahead, Dan.
And we'll skip the highway and get into race 3, though. What have you got here?
Yeah, one that I'm keen to follow here. I tipped it midweek when it won first up. Raison D'etre.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
It looked like a nice horse. Again, low down in the weights. Up and comer. Goes from midweek class to It's a weekend class, but $4.40 presents good value to me, and I think it can, jump to the front again from gate 4, and it will give them something to catch.
I wonder if it crosses escaped. That'll be the only. Either sits outside, it's not going to be far away. Either way, it can duck in straight behind.
Yep.
But no argument from me. I'm just going to mention quickly, race 4, we see the world's best sprinter, according to Time Form Return, Nature Strip. $1.45. I've no interest in betting in the race, personally. But
good race, but
it's a good race.
But the Geet Trash, I'll be good to watch.
And Splintex and Dirty Work are no sloths either. They're Splintex I thought could potentially
up and comers
fill a third place there.
Yeah.
If that means anything.
It'd be a real good, race. Really good tactics to see what happens there. How much Geet just takes it on, or just tries to how close it can sit to Nature Strip coming up the rise there.
Yeah, it Red Zell won this race twice on the way to the Everest, so it's been considered the lead up, I suppose, in recent times.
Yep,
heading towards that. But into the 6th race is our next bet of the day, and who do you like here?
Yeah, I got a little bit of a liking, or I'm specking Forbidden Love.
Oh, okay.
At $9.50. I thought I tipped it and it won midweek first up, and was really impressive, and they put a lot of money on it. And I think at the $9.50, I think it's certainly each way value in what looks to be a pretty open race. Hungry Heart looks a little bit under the odds for me at this point in time. Dame Giselle and Thermosphere were pretty good first up, so they're certainly going to be in run well. But Forbidden Love for me, I'm going to have a spec of that, and I don't think you'll at worst you'll get more than your money back because it'll run a place.
I've gone with VANGELIC. I wanted to go away from the top of the market there. Dame Giselle had its win. I was glad I was with her. I think I've now got what I need to get out of her for the prep. I don't know why Hungry Heart's favourite.
That's right.
VANGELIC had 2 great runs in Melbourne, has come to Sydney and was only a length and a half off away game.
Yep.
Obviously, we know he's gone places since, and then has gone to, and then in that race, I should say. So I've left my notes, so I'm trying this off the top of my head. VANGELIC is beat home Forbidden Love and is tied to Dame Giselle as well through that away game race, and that means a trial finder chased home Nature Strip in the trial. So it was $11 this morning. It's now $9.50 according to this. So I'm happy to play each way, and definitely respect what you said. So I'm happy to look at those 2 each way, as opposed to wanting to have anything at the top of the market there.
Yeah, good.
So when we get to our quaddie, hopefully that kicks us off in fine style. The 7th race of the day is the feature, the Chelmsford Stakes, over for the Group 2. I'll kick this one off.
Yeah, go for it.
I was talking myself into backing Finch here. I like the trial. I like the draw. I like that there's not much pace here. I was all excited, and then I just am worried about, with all due respect to Kathy O'Hara, the jockey booking. I think if Waller had this ready to go, he would have found one of the more prominent Waller riders. But at $17, I'll still have a small each way play there in a race. I didn't want to touch I didn't know what to do with Shared Ambition. I'll probably give it another chance, given it was heavy 10, out of play in Nagget's J-Mac. So I just thought outside they were the 2 each way in a race I didn't really like, because you either have to say Angel of Truth was the best run to lead up.
Yeah.
So he's the obvious, but then as you pointed out with the horse in the last 7 runs on good for 1-0-0. So is it just a really good wet tracker? I couldn't get my head around what to make of Angel of Truth, or have the Hawks brought it back to what it was a couple of years ago. What did you do?
You're right, and it is hard to get a line through it, because you look and the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 of the last 8 runs for Angel of Truth have been on soft going.
Yes.
So really hard to get a line on it. But I've gone for Angel of Truth purely on, I thought the first up run was very good. It's drawn well again. It's a fairly open race, and I thought it was going to be hard to beat. I was a little bit concerned about Natoya. I thought that was a good chance, but it will have to come from last, and therefore
Gate 1 and last is
Gate
not.
1 and last, didn't.
Yeah, so
didn't
it's
quite
either
fancy.
jagging or
And
trying to
Gate
ride for luck.
16, I just didn't know what it was going to get.
I didn't order it for Velis because I've got a feeling it's a shade of its former self.
Yep.
May well be a wet tracker as well, to be honest. 4 of its wins have come on the wet. But admittedly, 6 have been on good too.
That's
but
why I went for Angel of Truth. I thought it might just sit off the pace and just probably sit behind the lead. For Gate 3.
And it's the absolute flashing light from. I know it was outside fence and everything, but it beat home everything else in this race in the lead up 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
At Kenzo, so interesting there. Good. So no problem at all for Angel of Truth, as you've alluded to either. In terms of that, let's get to the second last. A very interesting race.
Super interesting race. Very open
Got an
market.
opinion?
I've got an opinion. It's tough because they've got a couple of horses resuming here. Dreamforce wasn't at its best first up. VANNA Girls down from Brisbane, so hard to get a line on. Looks to be a good horse, but probably hasn't raced this class before. So that's a bit. I've gone for something at a bit of value, to be honest, Daggy. I've gone for Rock.
Yep.
I
couldn't believe the price.
I thought it was a good price, and you're getting about $11 at the moment in what's a pretty open race. So yeah, it's resuming. Obviously, we'll probably want a little bit further than this, but I think it might be cherry ripe for a first up tilt.
I agree. I don't know why it's $13 here. I don't know why it's that long. I don't want to be anywhere near reloaded. Colette's got bigger fish to fry down the road.
Yep.
Dreamforce has done nothing for what? Let's have a look here. Since 2 preps back, I suppose, on a leader's track at Rose Hill. But apart from
Rock
that,
goes very well fresh.
yes, it does.
Even the first 2-3 runs, each prep, it's got really good form.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think it starts single figures, and I think it goes close to winning. Vanna Girl's the other bet I'll be having in the race. Number 8, you all over it last Winter Carnival.
Yeah, I was.
I think it's a very good horse, and I think up until 1800, it's probably sharper than the likes of Colette.
Yep.
So I think it'll be on coming down the outside. Looks like Elvis ran last start, and it's the best last you'd seen. I don't quite know what Glenn Schofield was doing, sort of just hovering around back on the inside. If he actually put into the race, it runs at least a hole. So another one that goes into the quaddie for me later. But Vanna Girl's my primary bet there, and definitely Rock. I can't believe the price for Rocket. So good find, Beaver.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
And we'll finish the day here, which I suspect I know where you're going, which is back on top of the ground. Masked Crusader will be very hard to beat.
$1.80. I know for most punters that's a bit skinny, but in a race like this, like last start, it started, 2s on?
Yep.
And got beat by a fairly decent horse.
Which was a horse which was up and going on a heavy 10.
And had really good form.
Yeah.
And there's no VARTA here. And it's $1.80. I just think that's probably stealing money in a race like this. It's got 61 kilos, but
Brock Ryan's on. That's comes in at 50.
That's right. And like this is a pretty.
I just hope. I want him to do exactly what Tommy Berry did the time it won 2 starts back, roll across and just lead and go around in a canter, roll across, lead, and just put everything else out of commission. He's got the barrier to do it. I know Hawks don't generally do that from a wide barrier, but it has a lap on most of this field.
Yep, 100%.
So I hope if you get even money in a day, it's either lost a leg or it.
I just can't see an even money. If it doesn't start at $1.60, I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I think so. I think it might be like one of those big goes. You get you see about 4:30, and all of a sudden you'll go to, I better back Masked Crusader, and it's gone.
I'll probably be gone by tomorrow.
Unless there's something completely up with the track, unless it's an absolutely this highway. But I'm with you there. I'm going to make it. I'm going to feel dirty and make it my best of the day. Masked Crusader. That's I should give you a second one. Let's top and tail. ATHIRI and Masked Crusader for me, my bests there, but I'll just tick over the stats and make sure I cash something there for the best. My review, what's your best? Where are you going?
My best comes up in race 3, number 9, Raison D'etre.
Blue colours again.
So I'm going to go to kick the front and just win.
Excellent. My value of the day is a good question. It's going to be in race 6, number 5, VANGELIC for the Waterhouse team.
Yep.
What about you?
Mine's race 8, number 5, Rock.
Oh, excellent.
That's
It's a
my
good
vote.
betting day.
Yeah.
Exciting betting day. If it's as good as last week, I'll be very happy. I'm in charge of Sydney Quaddy this week, so we're going to kick off in the 6 with 1 Dame Giselle, 2 Stella Pauline, 3 Hungry Heart, 4 Thermosphere, 5 Vangelic, and you've talked me into throwing Forbidden Love in, number 11. 2 Finch, 8 Shared Ambition, 10 Angel of Truth in the feature, 4 Colette, 5 Rock, 7 Looks Like Elvis, 8 Vanna Girl, home with Masked Crusader, and just there's a cat in there because I've got a bit of a soft spot for it and I don't want to be knocked out by it, and licking my wounds a bit from last week. So $50 gets you just over 40% there.
That's good.
So I'll double check that and make sure the graphic reads correctly, but you'll be looking at it now what the percentage will be, but not a bad one on a good race day.
Very good.
Let's head down to Melbourne for some feature racing there. Moonee Valley, the rail and the true. You always want to see how it's playing before you get too excited, but
Yes.
it played pretty well last time in the true. Good weather. There is rain today and predicted showers during the day on Saturday, but we'll see how that goes. Any demons in the track? Or we just wait and see.
Hopefully not.
Cool. Let's kick off in the first, though. I think we're both in agreement here. You can have the floor.
How romantic.
It's beautiful.
Very romantic.
That's why we're in Studio B today. Just a bit of a romantic setting.
It is a romantic setting, and it's going to be winning and getting us off to a good start.
Yeah.
So I like this horse fresh, good form, it's drawn well. Yeah, I think 275-ish is good odds, and hopefully they'll get us revved and ready to go.
Yeah. The only danger would have been Cordelia, but I think that will be better second up. I think it's probably more of a miler.
Yep.
I think Womantic will be nippy enough to posse up there and kick us off with a winner. Into the second at Moonee Valley over a benchmark 78 over the 1600 metres. Beaver, what do you like?
SKYMAN.
You gonna stick solid?
I'm going to stick solid with SKYMAN. I am a bit worried about gate 13. That does concern me a bit, and it's going to have to probably find a posse up or go back. So I'm certainly hoping that horses can finish on.
Yeah.
And if they can, then SKYMAN will be hard to beat.
Excellent.
Got anything?
No, I don't know what to make of the favourite, and SKYMAN looked the obvious when I did the race. Concerns were what you mentioned there, but that said, it's got a big enough turn of foot in both. It starts in Australia where it's come down the outside and been okay. But I'll let that one go through to the keeper and head into the fourth race. Actually,
What do you got for us? Anything?
let's have a look here in the fourth. It's been backed. I'm going to tip Shot of Irish here. I obviously was pretty keen Junipal as a price first up. It now comes here, and I'm sort of banking Shot of Irish being 3 lengths in front of it, probably on Alsvin's back, and doing what it did a couple of starts back where it just took off on the bend and give him something to chase at the Valley, and just putting Junipal a bit out of play. Gate 1, Junipal's probably going to either go back to last or be in a little bit of traffic there. Johnny Allen's not going to tend to bustle it up too much, and I'm just hoping Dwayne Dunn rides at the Valley as good as anyone and can get a bit of a kick and shoot away. And first up a mile is always a bit of a concern, but I imagine in this case it's probably been set exactly for this.
Yep.
What do you think?
Same. I did exactly the same word for word for you, mate. That's
That's worrying.
yeah, it is a worry. That's what I thought. I thought exactly that. I thought Shot of Irish will sit up. It'll hit the front. It might just get the kick on Junipal, who's might possibly get stuck on the fence. And Shot of Irish just might get too far and it's not able to run it down. That's certainly how I'm hoping it'll play.
Yep.
And with the $3.80 odds, I think that's the way to play rather than the $2.35 you're looking at Junipal.
Yep, I'm with you.
So I feel more comfortable.
Good judge. You'll hide you for a reason. It's good.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Let's get into the fifth, though. A very good sprint race.
Yeah.
The Chandler McLeod listed over the 1,200 metres. What do you make of this?
Showmanship for me.
Yeah, it was a nice win.
It was a lovely win. I was super impressed. Again, as long as they can make some ground. But once it let down, geez, it looked good. And I'm going to make Showmanship my best of the day.
Okay, yeah.
in
Can't
Melbourne.
argue there. I can't believe I don't necessarily have an opinion, but I just noticed now Chicago Cub, you can get 20s, and that's a stupid price. no opinion beyond that being over
Didn't
the
you
odds.
tip that?
I did. I tipped
First
it
up?
first up, and it got beaten by a good horse. Who might
Octane. Was that Octane?
Octane, yeah, Octane, the one
Yeah.
from SA.
Yeah.
SA guy. But I don't think it's a straight horse. It looked a bit lost up the straight there. Even though it has one up the straight 3 times. Anyway, move on from that comment. Let's get into the 6 of the day, the Mini McEwens, Group 2, weight for age over the 1,000. Interesting little race, actually.
Very interesting race.
You got an opinion? We see the Blue Diamond was favourite, HANSEASTIC back.
I've got an
Brooklyn
opinion,
Hassle.
but keen to hear yours first.
I don't like the draw for Brooklyn Hustle. Is my only real opinion. Apart from that, what do you think?
I think HANSEASTIC's going to be hard to beat. It's a good horse.
Yep.
Real good horse. And I think Gate 9 probably suits it. I think it's probably going to sit outside.
There is a ton of pace here.
There's a ton of pace, which will suit both
of them.
And Brooklyn Hustle.
Yeah.
I think it just may get, it might sweep quicker and just get again. Just might get that momentum up quicker and earlier than Brooklyn Hustle, and away she goes. But yeah, it's a good race. Like I'm keen to see how rulership goes, if he can improve. And Bonds Away, who has trialled really well.
Well, you were pretty keen on that.
I had
the washout.
I was on the washout, so it does scare me. I probably will have back HANSEASTIC, and I'll probably chop out on Bonds Away as a bit of a saver there around the $8 mark. So I'll just split my bet a little bit there, and have a good win if HANSEASTIC wins, and Bonds Away will save the day.
Beautiful. I'm going to go. We'll go straight to the feature because I'm not going to tip anything else there. Like I said, apart from being a bit concerned about the draw for their second favourite, the feature of the day is over the mile, the Feehan Stakes for the Group 2. Winner of this goes straight into the Cox Plate. As we said earlier, the Cleaners won this twice. Hubie got you won it twice. So a good horses race. Fields of Omar, Northerly, a few other good horses. And I'm just keen to play away from the favourites here. Surprise Baby is on a Melbourne Cup path, and I just am going for the up and runners here. I'm going to go
It's interesting, right? Because you get a Cox Plate entry here if you win this, and I'm just wondering, is there a reason they started Surprise Baby in this for that? But I wouldn't have thought Cox Plate would have been a target at all. I would have thought more it would have been a Caulfield Cup, Melbourne Cup.
I haven't listened to any interviews from Paul Pruska, who is a good trainer.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're trying to go the Lloyd Williams path. Lloyd Williams always used the Cox Plate as the lead up to the Melbourne Cup instead of the Caulfield Cup. So your Green Moons. I don't know if Almandon ran in a Cox Plate. They all ran in a Cox Plate rather than try to avoid any more penalties heading into a Melbourne Cup. So I think it's going weight for age all the way through to then. So if it is trying to get in the Cox Plate, then maybe it is wound up enough. But I just I'm looking for up and comers. As I said, I'm sort of looking towards Zirconian coming around on pace. Going. I know Zirconi got blown out last week, but gets a quick backup, gets control of this race. Streets of Avalon will be the other one that goes forward, and coming around sits right on their back. So I was just looking to those two. Humidor's a shadow of its former self, and just a bit of an early sort of the up and goers beating the better horses fresh. Well, the better horse, really, because Surprise Baby. The argument is Surprise Baby's got probably 3 lengths on this field. Is the argument?
Yeah, or certainly if over a bit further, it's the best horse in the race, I think. Harbour Views, I'm just not sure about. Coming around's an interesting one because, last start just had no chance on that track.
It ran quite well given how he later saw the track play.
Yeah, I'm just worried if that took a lot out of it. Yeah. If I'm really worried about horses that ran in on that track, and how much it's taken out of them because it was just awful.
Yeah,
horses to finish 100 lengths behind some of them was just. And
horses have come off, and we see it a lot in Sydney as well. Horses have come off those really bad bias tracks, so they can go places and turn their form around in an instant. I think that was probably the run of the day, considering the bias we've then realised.
Yes.
So that's why I was just leading there. Craig Newitt, since he's come back to Victoria, has probably found his straps in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, so it's tricky. I probably will have a bet, and I'll probably back Surprise Baby only because I've backed it. I backed it 3 starts the last preparation, and at the moment it's my tip for the Cup. So that's
I was
why
going
I'll
to ask
back
you
it.
that. We haven't really studied the early nominations yet that came out this week.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask you, your opinion on the Cup, or did it miss its chance last year?
No, I thought last year's run was outstanding.
Yeah.
Obviously, it won't get the weight it had, but I'm hoping it's a better horse.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's certainly a horse that I'll be keeping a close eye on.
Fair enough. Yeah, like I said, I think it's no doubt the best horse. I just am just concerned about the kickoff point more than anything. But if it is Cox Plate bound, it's probably wound up enough for this. Very tough race to finish the last, so we might let that one go through to the keeper for now. And have a look at our best and value for the day, Beaver.
My value for the day is in race 2, number 2, SKYMAN, about the 650 mark.
Good job. And my value for the day, I'm going to... it's less value now. I was keen to make sure to Irish my value, but it's 380. Where's the one here? Let's make my value actually one we didn't really talk about. The David Hayes horse in the 4th, AIDANSFIELD. It's about $5, I believe.
Yep.
And I think it's a nice little 3-year-old. In the 6th, race 6, number... Race...
Do you want me to get it for you, mate?
It's coming. Race 7, number 4, AIDANSFIELD. Around $5. I think it's a nice 3-year-old. So that's my value there. My best of the day will come up in the 1st, as yours does.
No, my best of the day doesn't come up in the 1st.
Oh, you're not with Romantic?
I think it'll win.
Okay.
I think it's very hard to beat, but my best is race 5, number 6, Showmanship.
Okay. Well, I'm going to make race 1, number
3,
Romantic my best, and the Beavers with Showmanship on a great day of racing. Should be a big day, and we're going to do a quaddie, absolutely.
Don't forget my quaddie.
No, do it.
All right, first leg, 3, 7, 8, 9. Second leg, 2, 4, 8, 9. Third leg, 4, 8, 9. Got some 8 and 9s there. And the last leg, 3, 4, 10, and 11. 196 combinations, $50 will get you about 25%-ish.
Very good.
26.
Yeah, that's should be a juicy quaddie. You get
Yeah.
that right. Good job. You're our man in the north. Have you had a look for us?
I did. I have got north.
I like how you're now obliged to look up there because I just throw it to you every week.
Yeah, I know. I'm going good in the north, aren't I?
Yeah.
Race 1, number 5 will be winning Daggy.
Yep.
Well, you won't get flash odds, but it'll still get you a bit of money for kick the day off. And then where was my other one I had up there? Now you got me. Race 6, number 6, Malahide. And I had one later in the day, and it was in race 8, number 6, Shooting for Gold, about $3.60.
Excellent. I'll throw out one in Morphettville just to balance the odds there. Pim's Party, race 3, number 5 at Morphettville Parks. Pim's Party for the McDonald team. And I think we might wrap up on that. Good luck this weekend. You got more?
I had
What
one
you
in
got?
Morphettville too.
Oh,
The
good.
last. Race 9, number 7, Moonee.
Excellent. For the Macaboy and Veloster combination.
Yep. So get on that last to
It's the
you
get
need
out.
something. It's build the bank for later in the day, mate.
For
For the dogs in the
for
night.
the dogs. For Bellman. Without Pikey, we're all a bit lost at night.
That's
Good job.
No worries.
Good luck this weekend.
You too.
Good luck to the punters. As we've said, jump on progroupracing.com and check out all the news and tips and bookies offers there. And we'll see everyone next Tuesday night. Catch you guys.
Ciao for now.